and came back to life. And she shares her story. I share this at every memorial I do. I found this out, I think around 2020, 21. We just opened the doors to the church after COVID for the first time. People were coming. And during that time, I found out Georgette had died. I didn't know that about Georgette. I'd known her for years. And I asked her to share. What did you experience? And I'll never forget her reaction. And you guys have heard me, some of you have heard me say this before. She looks at me with this like penetrating 1,000-mile stare. And she just goes, I'll try to share with you what I experienced. And I don't know if you want to share. I mean, I don't want to take your story, but I would love for you to share something.
You do better than me.
No, I don't.
No.
Please,
just
Georgette.
briefly,
Yes.
She said, and she was dead, pronounced. Doctor said, gone. She said, I felt all at the same time, simultaneously, these overwhelming, like, our words cannot describe what I experienced. And it was like a fountain coming from her feet, through her whole body and out of her head, just like a continual fountain of, and these are the words she used, but she goes, these words don't even cover it. Love, of course, like unconditional, like full acceptance, like, oh, I'm in the right place, kind of, yeah, oh my gosh, I'm fully accepted. Joy, and like an excitement, anticipation, adventure is ahead. She didn't see Jesus, wasn't in the presence, but knew there was more coming. Light was just huge light. The colors were so rich, I could taste them, she said, right? I'm leaving stuff out, I think, maybe. And then she said this, then I thought of my daughter, my adult daughter. And as soon as I thought of my daughter, I was back. But then here's the most astounding thing she said. I wish I never would have thought of my daughter. Like I was where I was supposed to be, and now I'm back. And
Where I wanted to be.
where I wanted to be. That's where Frankie is now. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father except through me. And Frankie said, I believe that. You died for me. You rose from the dead. Thank you. I should be on that cross, but you said, no, I got you. And I know you guys, most of you know that. It's just such a beautiful thing. So I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to show you a movie trailer. My wife and I watched this movie last week, and our jaws dropped. And this is the trailer, so there's a lot to it. I'd highly recommend. It's on Angel, the Angel Network. If you know what that is, that's where Chosen started. If you have Angel, go to this. Actually, go to YouTube and just look After Death. That's the name of the movie, and it's more of a scientific thing. They have doctors and psychologists and all kinds of people on it, and it's very well done. And then they interview probably a half a dozen or more people who actually had the same experience Georgette had. It's amazing what they came up with. The things that are shown there, and it's not made up. It's legit. It's like a documentary. So I'm going to show you just like a 2-minute trailer of this movie. I'd highly recommend seeing it if you don't mind showing that, Alan. I do this because this is where you're going. This is what you're experiencing. So receive. May God speak to you as you watch this. That's a rose. That was good.
It was 1969, the beautiful day of life. We were about 100 feet above the ground when I started noticing that something was wrong. It was an engine failure. Trees were filling our windshield. I found myself above the crash site. And while I'm processing what I'm looking at, I can see a pilot, and this is me. No two near-death experiences are the same. Out of nowhere, a trailer truck hit me head-on. But they typically occur in a very consistent process.
We began to go down the river, and my boat became a pin. I was drowned.
Now I'm traveling like a rocket ship, straight upwards.
And with that,
Oh my God, I'm alive! But not every near-death experience is a good one. 23% had hellish experiences. I saw a black tunnel.
I was just falling. I wasn't in fear, I was in terror. It was just darkness. Put me back. I don't belong here.
I heard a voice before I woke up. You still have a purpose on Earth.
I was very skeptical.
I never felt alive and then dead. I felt alive and then more alive.
I had full brain recordings from the dying human brain. Even though they were unconscious, they were able to give corroborative evidence.
She's describing something she just shouldn't know. To say right.
You can't be mystified by that question. What happens after you die? This really does show that there is life after death.